Hey everyone, and welcome to another Full of Germs review. I am Germs, and this is The Nutcracker and the Four Realms from Disney. And it's directed by Lasse Hallström and Joe Johnston, and it is starring a lot of people, including Morgan Freeman and Keira Knightley. So, this one's going to be an interesting one. This is one chosen by my wife, and she really wanted to see this one. Like, she's been like obsessed over this movie. She's like loved all the trailers. She's like down for this movie. Me, not so much. So I'm not a fan of the live action remakes and reboots from Disney, but I've been a little more curious about this one since it's not a Disney product or anything like that, or it's not Aladdin, it's not Maleficent, whatever. So like, all right, trying to go in here with an open mind. But yeah, actually have some good, but I got quite a bit of bad. So let me get on with the story real quick. So this is all about a young girl named Clara whose mother passes away, but on Christmas she's given a gift by her late mother, or a gift that was saved for later, of an egg, and in that egg is supposed to be some magical surprise or something, and she needs a key, and to get the key she goes into these four realms, or she finds out about these four realms, and all this magic and adventure and what have you ensues, and a lot of CGI. So let's get on with the good real quick. And I liked some of the characters, especially with the Snow Realm and Flower Realm kings, and the Sugar Plum Fairy, played by Keira Knightley. I especially liked her character, or I didn't think I was gonna like her from watching the trailers and what have you, but I dug what they did with her character. Or she was fairly interesting. The high pitched voice didn't get to me. I know there are plenty complaining about that, but I dug her. I dug her in this movie, and I'm not the biggest Keira Knightley fan either, but it's like I like her in this one. So I like some of the clown characters that are in it, like actual clowns. They were cool because they were creepy. So little kids, watch out. They may be a little scary for you. And some of the twist where they kind of change the story, like in bits where it's like, oh, I bet you didn't expect that. And that kept me on my toes in the movie. I was like, I kind of saw that coming, but I'm glad that they did that instead of just like, let's do it like this. Do it like the way that you already know by now. And the visuals, like some of the visuals in this movie are really great. Some of like the standalone shots, like I think it's her going through like a hallway, Clara, and looking at a tree, like certain bits that look pretty good. Like I'll give it to them. The sets and costumes too, like her Nutcracker outfit, and who else? The kings and queens too. Like they looked very interesting with their costumes. So like, looks like there's a lot of work and dedication to that aspect. Now let's pull the band-aid off and get to the bad. So with the good characters, there's plenty of bad. Like besides those characters, besides those things that kind of kept me awake and kept me going, this movie didn't have any heart to it. The script wasn't all there. The characters weren't all there too. Like the main characters, like I didn't love them. I didn't care for them. I didn't like. We're just kind of going by the motions. Where Claire, you can kind of understand why she's doing what she's doing, but I didn't care for it. It's like there wasn't enough. It's like, yeah, go outside. You have to go like go find out more about your mother and this and that. But I didn't care. I wanted to know more about the mother. I wanted to know more about the realms. I want to know more about these kings and what have you, and the queens, and about Mother Ginger, played by Helen Mirren. But I feel like I didn't get enough of these things. Like I understand they're like, here, bing bang boom, like let's keep everything moving, keep everything going. But it just wasn't enough. Like especially with some of these CGI worlds and CGI characters and what have you, where it's Like, I didn't feel like it was all there. Like, when the costumes and everything looked right, it worked for me. But other than that, like, yeah. And I should mention too also the Nutcracker with the characters, where I wanted to like him. He seemed interesting, like, in some bits where you can tell he's just like, yeah, so if I must save you, I must do this. I'm by your side, of course, you know, being kind of like a little cocky dude. But he just delivered it the way that I delivered it. And maybe I had a little more, you know, energy to my performance. And that's what they were, like I wanted to like, and I didn't even know about his makeup on his face. Like, maybe now you will if you watch the movie, but yeah, I just kept on looking at it like, all right, there's got to be something to this. And granted, I'm not the target audience for this. I know it's more for little girls and maybe little boys too, and, you know, some parents, because it's generally harmless. There are some scary bits to it, especially with the Mouse King and the clowns that I mentioned before. Although there is a really adorable mouse, I should mention that too. That goes with my good and my characters as well. That little mouse is adorable whenever he shows up, or she, or whatever, shows up. It's like, I can't stay mad at this little CGI character. Like, it's adorable. It's adorable. So, but yeah, it definitely screams of Alice in Wonderland, where it's just like, here's this world. I guess it's wonderful. It's a wonderland. Like, I don't care about it. Like, make me care about it. It's just not enough. Like, just look at the visuals. Like, that's not enough for me. And that's the problem. So, yeah, it's got the potential. It's got the actors for sure. Because I mean, you got Morgan Freeman, Helen Mirren, and Keira Knightley, which my wife and I mentioned too. That it's kind of a little Pride and Prejudice reunion with her, Mrs. Darcy, or Mr. Darcy, who plays Clara's father in the movie. So, thought I'd mention that, at least for all you Pride and Prejudice nerds. So, there's something in there, but again, for me, it wasn't enough. And I cannot recommend this movie unless, you know, you're a little kid or you've seen the trailers and you're like, I have to see this movie. If you've seen it and hasn't won you over, and I haven't won you over, then absolutely no-brainer. I don't want to watch it again. I don't want to see it again. And I wasn't happy with it. So, yeah, and that's that. Sorry, we're going to continue the trend of bad live-action Disney movies from the last 10 years. Sorry. Except maybe one or two pirate movies. Other than that, sorry. And with that, there is my obvious review of The Nutcracker and the Four Realms. What did you think of the movie? I mean, someone had to see it. It made $20 million on its first weekend, so not the hit that they want it to be. It's because it's not one right now. So somebody had to see it. What did you think? Comment down below, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you like this and more nerdy rambling and what have you. Yeah, and yeah, just let me know what you think. I'm at Full of Germs on all the things, and yeah, I'll see you on the next video, whatever that is. See you later.